Later this month, the 87th Academy Awards are going to be happening at the Dolby Theatre in LA, but the Digital Spy team has come to the Dolby Theatre in London to talk you through our Academy Awards predictions. Yeah, the Best Picture category, I think it's kind of a straight shootout really between Birdman and Boyhood. I absolutely love both movies, but I think Boyhood's going to win it.
It's a similar thing to last year where you had 12 Years a Slave versus Gravity, and I think it is probably going to split the vote again. I think Birdman's going to get Best Picture.
Birdman's a kind of movie where we're pulling back the curtain and looking at showbiz, and we've seen kind of from past years, Argo winning a couple of years ago, that this is something the Academy voters really love.
It did win the PGA, which is kind of a bit of a game changer, because before that, Boyhood was really sweeping it.
Big shame that Nightcrawler didn't make it in. Thought that was a fantastic movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, absolutely brilliant in it. Gone Girl, I absolutely loved as well.
Where is Gone Girl? It's an absolute disgrace that it hasn't been nominated for Best Picture, yet something as dumb as American Sniper has been, ridiculous.
For actor in a leading role, I think it's between Michael Keaton and Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne has been winning absolutely everything, so I think it's going to be his, to be honest.
Hollywood loves a good comeback story, so I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Keaton wins for Birdman. In any other year, I mean, he should be a front runner, but against Eddie Redmayne, sorry Beetlejuice, not this time.
I think the person I really would have liked to see is David Oyelowo for Selma, and I think it was a real surprise that he didn't show up here, because he's playing Martin Luther King, he's playing him with enormous subtlety, he's playing him in a film which isn't a traditional biopic, but still, you know, tells us a lot that we don't necessarily know about King.
I think we're missing Jake Gyllenhaal for Best Actor. I think he was absolutely fantastic in Nightcrawler. He absolutely transformed his body as well. He looked like a completely different guy from what we've seen him in recently.
On the night, I can't imagine Eddie Redmayne not walking away with it, and his performance as Stephen Hawking, you know, it is a bit of an Academy checklist. It's, you know, it's a physical transformation, it's triumph over adversity. He's playing a very, very renowned genius. But, you know, it is also a pretty remarkable performance, and I don't think anyone would have thought Eddie Redmayne was a natural choice to play Stephen Hawking, and he really, really rose to the tasks.
Best Actress, I think Julianne Moore is absolute certainty to win. She's kind of been winning every single award so far.
She's one of those actresses that you almost can't believe doesn't already have an Oscar, and I think she's long overdue, and this is just a heartbreaking performance.
I really loved Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl. I thought she was fantastic. We've never really seen her do a role like this before, and she was just absolutely brilliant in it. Big fan of her performance, but I think this is Julianne Moore's to win.
Actor in a supporting role. I'm very excited about this because J.K. Simmons is definitely going to win, and I think if I had my way, Whiplash would just win every single category. Simmons
really grabs you around the throat. He never lets go. You kind of feel like you need his validation.
It's this kind of performance where he's just so powerful, he's so electric in every scene he's in, and sort of terrifying as well.
I think, you know, Simmons is a really beloved character actor. He's very well liked, and everyone's kind of seen him in films, and he's finally getting a spotlight moment, and I think the Academy is definitely going to reward that.
For Best Supporting Actress, I think this is going to be Patricia Arquette. She's absolutely heartbreaking in Boyhood. It's a fantastic performance.
It's interesting in Boyhood because there are a lot of great performances, and all these actors have kind of retained their character over a number of years, which is impressive. But I think, for me, Patricia Arquette was the one who stood out in the film.
I'd like Emma Stone to win Best Supporting Actress for Birdman. It's a deceptively tricky role to play, but she does it with precision.
For sort of people missing as well, I think Kristen Stewart was absolutely brilliant in Still Alice. She's had a lot of bad stick, obviously, because of Twilight, but I think she's kind of making movies now that have really shown what a good actress she is.
So Best Director is Two Horse Field with It's Linklater and Iñárritu, and I think this year it's going to be split again like 12 Years a Slave and Gravity were, where Cuarón got Best Director and 12 Years a Slave got Best Picture.
We have Boyhood, which was obviously filmed over 12 years. It's a kind of unprecedented thing. And Birdman, which was kind of an amazing sort of cinematic magic trick.
I'd like to see Iñárritu win for Best Director. What he does with the visual medium is fantastic in Birdman, with one extended take, or it's made to look that way.
Linklater, I think, is a really well-liked figure, and he's been making pretty good to great films for a few decades now.
As in previous years, Best Picture and Best Director have differed, so I'm thinking Iñárritu might win for Best Director.
I think this year Birdman's going to take Best Picture and Richard Linklater is going to take Best Director.